Are you being creepy? Don't be a creep. Seriously, you guys, it's like the #1 rule of dating. Just don't be creepy. Here's the thing. You might be coming off as creepy and not even know this. I know you, I know you're not a creep. So in this video, I'm going to tell you 5 creepy ways that men approach women so that you will never, ever make any of these mistakes again. Because you know what? A creepy approach is the fastest way to kill your chance with a woman. You can be the nicest, most wonderful, most caring guy in the world. But if you come off as even a little bit creepy, especially in your first interaction with a woman, she is not going to give you the chance to prove how great you are to her. Basically, game over. And I want to be clear, if you watch this video and you think, oh my God, I've done some of these things, but I'm not a creep, I'm a nice guy. I just want to say, yes, you absolutely are a nice guy. And unfortunately, sometimes, actually often, nice guys come off as creepy without even knowing it. Listen, I don't make the rules. I'm just here to help you out. I'm Caitlin V. I am a sex and relationship coach and an expert at male sexuality and relationships. And this word, you might even already feel like, oh, I don't know if I want to watch a video on being creepy. I know that this is at the deepest, most sensitive part of the average dude's dating experience is worrying about being creepy. Literally, no one wants to come off as creepy. And the thing is that it is not your fault, especially if you're thinking right now, like, women just too harsh. Well, consider for a moment what women deal with on a regular basis. We get catcalled. We get complimented on the street and then insulted if we don't respond. We have to deal with overly touchy guys at nightclubs, and most of us are afraid to walk alone at night. So with this in mind, can you really blame us for having our guards up? The good news is there's absolutely a way to approach women that puts them at ease. And when you know that you're doing that, you will be able to do it with confidence. And with that confidence, you will have a sky-high success rate in your romantic life. So here they are, the 5 creepy ways that men approach women. And of course, as we go, I'll be offering some more attractive alternatives. #1, the trap. When you are approaching a woman, it is vital to be mindful of the physical space. You never want to make a move in a situation where she might feel trapped. If you approach a woman when she literally doesn't have the ability to move freely, it will come off as creepy regardless of what you say or do. For example, if you are in an enclosed space like an elevator, or you block her off from being able to leave a room from the line of exit, she's going to feel threatened on a subconscious level, and it'll get her guard up. And there goes the amazing connection that you may have explored between the two of you. So make sure that the woman that you're chatting up has space. She's physically free to leave if she wants to. Then she's at peace knowing that she is safe and she can really let her guard down and connect to you instead of unconsciously feeling like a caged animal. She's going to be more likely to stay put when she has the freedom to leave. #2, the negging, the belief that to keep them keen, you got to treat them mean. Some pickup artists swear by this, but I cannot express to you what a massive load of crap this is. And trust me, this is coming from a woman. Negging is short for negative feedback. Basically, it means insulting a woman to get her to like you. You know, like we did in preschool. And it doesn't take a genius to figure out why this is such a bad idea. When you are looking for something lasting or meaningful, or even hell, just a one-night stand, putting her down is not going to pique healthy interest in you. If she does decide to go to bed with you, it's going to be out of a place of insecurity and self-loathing, and not because she actually wants to jump on you and bounce around out of like fun and pleasure and play. And the reasons that we should ideally be having sex and hookups anyway. You don't want someone to just play out her daddy issues on your dick, right? Like, you want to be an amazing lover. That's why you're subscribed to this channel, is because you actually want to have amazing sex with people who are really, really into having amazing sex with you. I want to be super clear on the negging thing. Playful banter and light teasing can be fun. In fact, I think they are really important and they play an important role in flirting. Before you get into the teasing bit though, you should always make sure that she's actually interested in you. Start by building a connection and some mutual trust, even if this is just, a couple jokes back and forth at the bar, before you get into being teasing and playful with her. You don't want to just come off as a yes man who doesn't have anything to say or doesn't disagree with her at all, just for the sake of getting her into bed with you. Number 3, the stare down. There are few things more exciting than catching someone's eye from across the room. There's that moment of mutual connection, before you've ever spoken a word, the flicker of possibility. But here's the thing. If the looks back and forth go too long, she's going to go from wondering, is this the man of my dreams? To, is this guy gonna murder me? That's right. There is a sweet spot when it comes to making eyes with someone, and so it is important to know where that is. If you catch someone's eye and you have a pretty solid feeling that there's mutual interest, you just gotta go for it. Make your move. It's like jumping off a cliff or out of an airplane. You just gotta do it. Strike while the iron is hot. Now, there are scenarios where you do not have the opportunity to just like get up and walk over there right away. And if that's the case, you can totally make eyes with someone and then go and approach them later on. The key is not to do any staring, any eye locking in the meantime. If you catch her eye, just make a little smile and look away. It'll actually make her wonder if you are checking her out and if you're gonna look at her again. All right, number 4, the cat call. This one seems obvious, but you would be surprised how often this comes up, so we gotta talk about it. When you are approaching a woman, you don't wanna do anything that reminds her of a cat call, which we have all unanimously agreed upon is creepy. Many guys start a conversation, and this is true on online dating as well, with a sexual comment right away, because you wanna let us know that you are interested in having sex with us. And a lot of guys think that that is like the biggest compliment that they could possibly give is, hey, I want to put my dick in you. You're welcome. I'm here to tell you that this is actually a dead giveaway of creepiness. We know from the minute that you get up and walk over to us that you would like to put your dick inside of us. That is not a mystery to us, and it is not compliment. Every guy that's ever come over and spoken to us has had that same intention in mind, and so it really doesn't set you apart from the pack. In fact, your job, before letting her know that you have interest in her, is to figure out if she is interested in you, and starting with just a conversation. It is perfectly okay to compliment a woman. We like compliments. I love compliments. In fact, if you want to leave me compliments in the comments, I will appreciate you for it always. Complimenting is great, but there is an important difference between a compliment and a catcall. It's the difference between, wow, that is a beautiful dress, and wow, you got the body for that dress. One is nice and the other is a little creepy. When you're approaching women, you're just introducing yourself. So you're doing the work of figuring out if she's open to talking to you. And that is why it is important at that point to come across as non-creepy. Now, when the conversation flows, and it will, if you both want to have sex with each other, your conversation will flow in a sexual space, your flirtation will escalate, then you can start talking about how banging her curves are with this fit. All right, now, number 5, last but not least, what I like to call the overstep. And this is a guy who oversteps boundaries in his approach. Sure, some people are open books, but you cannot make that assumption. And when you are approaching a woman for the first time, don't get too personal too fast. You have to assume that she has boundaries and respect them. Create a feeling of safety when she's with you, and you will be more likely to create a feeling of sex later. And by feeling, I mean, you know. Your goal at first is to figure out if she wants to have a conversation with you, not to figure things out about her. So when you ask personal questions that are intimate, it actually comes off as very creepy. So think questions like asking her if she lives alone or asking her if she has a boyfriend. These questions are too personal for the beginning of a conversation. These are questions that you ask only after interest has been confirmed on her end. And as chemistry builds, it will actually be natural for you to get to know each other at a deeper level, so she will be excited to answer those questions for you. But if you come up and ask if I have a boyfriend and if I live alone, I assume that you want my kidneys more than my phone number. And of course, this doesn't just apply to conversational or personal boundaries, it also applies to physical boundaries. There's nothing creepier than putting your hands where they have not been invited to go. There you have it, the top 5 creepy mistakes that I see men making with women. And what if you've done one or all of these? Hey, do not sweat it. Do not beat yourself up. Now you know better, and you can move forward knowing that there is a better way. It's going to be a lot more effective in getting you laid, and it's going to create better feelings both in you and the women that you connect with. And if you want more help with this, or you feel like you're totally at a loss, you don't really know how it is to connect with, how to flirt, how to create a relationship with a woman, I want you to apply for coaching. I have a program called High Performance Male in which we talk about just this. We talk about seduction, how to flirt, even if you are married, how do you flirt with and seduce your wife so that you can bring romance back into your bedroom? And maybe you're divorced or you're a single man who happens to be older and you're not interested in going out and playing the old-fashioned dating games of picking up women at bars, and I don't know if we're doing that anymore anyways. If you would like support, because I know that you want to have a successful and loving and romantic partnership, please apply for High Performance Male, my coaching program. The link is in the description below. And while you're down there, take a second to make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, where I deliver amazing sex and relationship advice twice a week. I love you. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Caitlin V. I'll see you next week.